Hey guys, Mike at SB Reef Lights. I've got a teaser video for you. We are one step closer to our Chaeto reactors being ready for sale. Just waiting on acrylic work now. The lights are finished though, and I just wanted to show you what they look like. So first of all, these are what's called a corn light. You can kind of figure that out just by looking at it. The inside has stacked heat sinks, so these things run extremely cool. They have light on the end as well. They are 120 LED watts each. And just to give you an example of how much power that is, a 21 watt LED is a 150 incandescent equivalent. So at 120 watts, these things are putting out more power than a 400 watt metal halide. But what's nice is instead of putting it out all in one direction, it's putting it out 360 degrees plus the bottom. So this is going to hit your Chaeto as it's spinning around the reactor perfectly. Now the reactor design, you kind of have to think about what it looks like, and I'll show you real quick. So if you look at this diagrams, this is pretty basic, but you have your standard reactor. This one's going to be pretty large. It's going to be models 10 and 12 inches across, and the inner circle is going to be about 4.5 inches. So this is going to have a lot of free room to grow a lot of macroalgae. If you look at the other models that are on the market right now, they're small, don't have enough capacity, and they also use underpowered LEDs or even T5. So they're not going to grow as well, and you're going to have bulbs to replace on the T5 version as well. But if you look at this, basically you've got a top plate that'll attach like most with an O-ring and nylon bolts, which you'll be able to take out just like any other reactor. It's going to have an inlet and an outlet. The inlet is going to go down to the bottom, and then it's going to be turned at an angle to create a circular flow. It'll go up and around that center tube. The center tube is open to the air, it's sealed, and that corn light slides right down and sets inside that. So when you need to empty it, you simply pull the corn light out, undo the bolts, open the top, pull out whatever you need, put it back in. Of course, there's going to be a screen in there as well to keep the chaetomorphin from getting back in your sump. This is going to be able to be run off a MaxiJet 600 or 1200 max, allowing you to get the right flow. Most people put them in their sump, refugiums that is, and if they're turning their tank over 6 to 12 times an hour, that's a lot more flow than that Chaeto wants to see. So you're better off running around 250 gallons per hour max, even on a large tank. You just increase the capacity. So the small one of ours should be able to run up to a 300-gallon tank, no problem, and the large one even bigger. So these will be nice to put alongside your sump, or for tanks that aren't running a sump and want to be able to control algae better, as well as pull phosphates and nitrates out. This will be a big plus. So looking back at the light again, just want to show you one more thing here. Not only does it have those stacked heat sinks, but in the main unit here itself, it has a fan. So it's going to stay very cool. You don't have to worry about heating issues. There will be about a 1/2 inch gap between it and the interior acrylic. So plenty of room for convection as well as the fans helping out. Now, as far as color spectrum, if you notice the other units on the market, they use warm whites. You know, that's wasting a lot of energy and wavelengths that are not going to grow anything. Instead, we've decided to go with, and boy, is that ever bright. We've got 640 and 660 red. We've also got the 450 blue, as well as some 420. So this is going to hit all the peak spikes of chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, and even chlorophyll C. So these things will just grow like monsters. And again, a ton of power, and even on the bottom. Hopefully this looks good on the phone. I know the ability for it to adjust. I'm going to try to turn the ISO down a little bit so you can kind of see the bulbs themselves. There you go. And anyway, this is just a teaser. There will be an on-off switch in the power cord, and the final units won't use adapters. It'll be all one solid piece with a nice on-off rocker switch. Very easy for you to be able to mount and use. So again, this is just a teaser, but we are probably 30 days or less away from the first units. Thanks for looking, guys.